Nicolandria, aka Nicolas, and Olandria have officially called it quits, have officially broken up, and we're going to get into all the details. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Love Island USA Season 7 postseason because we are a year out. We just wrapped up Love Island USA Season 8. I have this on both of my channels so you guys can be aware and all the things. But ultimately, we've got a people exclusive that we've got to get into. Now, I was just going over, you know what I'm saying, recapping the People Magazine exclusive for Brinity, aka the Season 8 winners of Trinity and Bryce, that came out earlier today, except for at the time I'm recording this video, about an hour and a half ago, there was some breaking news regarding Olandria and Nicolas. So we got to get into it. So People says the following. It says, Olandria, Carthan, and Nick Vans break up after 1 year. Meeting on Love Island USA. It is exclusive. A source confirms to People that the fan favorite couple has broken up. Olandria and Nicolas have gone their separate ways. The fan favorite Love Island USA Season 7 couple has broken up. A source confirms to People exclusively, adding that they quote-unquote decided to part ways just over a year after they departed the Fiji villa together. The distance between them and their busy schedules made it challenging to maintain their connection, says the source. They still remain close friends. They share a deep love and respect for each other and will always support one another whenever possible. Their relationship on the hit Peacock series began during a surprise Casa Amor twist that gave them both second chances at finding love. But Carthan previously told People she, quote, didn't allow myself to feel that spark at first out of respect for Sierra Ortega, who had been coupled up with Nick since early on. It was only after Ortega was removed from the villa that Carthan, 28, was able to, quote, make my own selfish decision and give in to her chemistry with Nicolas. She called the coupling up with the DJ, 25, quote-unquote, the best decision I could have ever made, and said that it, quote-unquote, made my experience way better. Nicolas, meanwhile, described himself as Carthan's, quote-unquote, secret admirer from day one. They made things official after leaving the villa, but started keeping their relationship more private soon after. Quote unquote, mentally, we are both drained, Olandria told Glamour magazine in December. I'm like, okay, maybe if we share less, that is better. But even then, discourse starts because we don't share enough. I'm like, I don't know how to find a happy medium in this life now. It felt like they were, quote-unquote, D-A-M-N-E-D. If you do, D-A-M-N-E-D. If you don't, Nicolas told the outlet. Being in the social media space, people want to be let in. And the more that you let in, the monetary gain is nice. So finding that balance of, quote-unquote, okay, this is our work now, but this is also our life, was kind of hard in the beginning, he said. But Neil, I feel like we've got a better grip on it. In June, as in last month, Olandria told Cosmopolitan that the unending interest in her relationship and the scrutiny because of how private they were quote-unquote kind of creeps me out. I'm never that invested in someone's relationship, and I am not living for the internet. I don't always post what people want me to or always do what people want me to do, she said. Why does it matter if me and Nicolas are together? Even when we were at Coachella, people in the comments were like, oh, I just needed proof that they saw each other this week. Why are you so invested in people that do not know you? We do not monetize our relationship or put it on display. If you genuinely like spending quality time with someone, it shouldn't involve a camera every 2 seconds, she added. We enjoy each other's presence and do what normal people do. Go out, have fun, and get to know each other. So here is the thing. Can we be honest, you guys? Can we be honest? And this is no hatred. This is no negativity. This is none of the things, right? There were some issues that I had with Nicolas specifically and his treatment of Olandria. Can we agree on that? You know what I'm saying? Even though there are Nicolas fans that are 10 toes down for Nicolas no matter what. So we'll just start recently, right? Recently, there was supposed to be an event in Dallas, and Olandria had her entire family there, right? Because Nicolas, up until this point, after a year, still has not met Olandria's hasn't met her mom, right? Hasn't met her people. He's met some of her friends, but still has not met her mom since they appeared on the show a whole year ago. So Olandria had all of her friends, had her family there, and this was supposed to be the big meetup. Apparently, allegedly, Nicolas's flight got canceled because of the flood. And he was slated to DJ, and then he was slated to go out to Europe the next day. So he, from all intents and purposes, is currently in Europe. And there are, some rumors, right? There are some rumors, and this is a nice little buttoned up, statement and everything else, but I suspect this has a potential to get messy. And I already see fans on social media taking sides. This is posted on all of the major blogs, and it is very interesting. The comments are like, oh, they were never a couple anyways. They never spent any time together outside of brand deals. And this was only a 1-year contract and da-da-da-da-da. They found a new interracial couple in Brinity, so they don't need Nicolandria anymore and all of these things. But here's my thing to those of y'all that are making those comments. Y'all were not keeping that same energy when y'all saw Nicolas and Olandria out together. Y'all weren't in the comments saying, oh, this is a fake couple. Oh, this is a PR couple. Oh, they're just doing this for brand deals, or they're only together for work. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Y'all didn't care about none of that when y'all wanted to hype them up. When y'all wanted to hype them up to put down other people in the cast and throw shade at other people in the cast to say, this couple is the last couple standing. This couple is the most authentic because they have outlasted everybody, right? Except for, I believe, the only couples that are still together are Taylor and Clark from season 7 and also Iris and TJ. This is specifically about season 7, right? As of now, none of the finalist couples from season 7 are together. So you have Taylor and Clark that are together and Iris and TJ that are together, right? And if we want to go across the board of who is all still together in the Love Island USA Uverse, is season 5, Marco and Hannah, who won their season, spoiler alert, they are getting married in December, I believe. And I believe Pepe from season 7 is going to be one of the groomsmen. And also we have Bergie and Taylor from season 5 who are engaged. Season 6, we have 2 couples that are still together. So that's going to bring us to 4. So that is the winners, Serena and Cordell, are still together. And Leah and Miguel, who were the runners-up, they are still together. We go over to season 7, which I already talked about. Taylor and Clark are still together. Iris and TJ are still together. So that takes us up to 6 couples. So Neil, we go to season 8, right? So season 8, at the time we are recording this video, you know what I'm saying? For all intents and purposes, the couples that appear to still be together are Casey and Tay, are Trinity and Bryce, are Anaya and Carl, who appear to be doing long distance the same way that Bergie and Taylor are doing long distance. And also Melanie and Sincere, question mark. And also Kata and Zach, who appear right now to be doing long distance. I don't believe Jaden and Caleb are still together, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Caleb's in Tokyo, and Jaden was on a brand trip in the Hamptons with Kenzie, Dylan, and Gal. So I don't know if they are still together or not. And then also Corbin and Parmita are still together from season 8, as well as Dylan and Kenzie, right? So we have not heard of anybody else that has officially, you know what I'm saying, gone their separate ways as far as those couples do. But here's the thing, you guys, don't send hate to any of these Islanders. I can't stress it enough. Don't send hate to these people, all of that. This show, like many reality shows, is a social experiment. Hey, can we plop a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, 20-something men and women into an island in Fiji and see after 6 weeks whether or not you can find love? And because of the explosion of the show since season 6 has garnered the success of a lot of these Islanders, not only just potentially finding love, but also finding fame. That has not happened for the previous 5 seasons of the show, but for season 6 and beyond, now it is about you know what I'm saying? If you find love, great, but the bigger thing is the bag, right? And it's not just about winning the 100K. Some of these potential bags are bigger than the 100K. Now it's about signing with the right agency, whether it's Gersh, CAA, WME, or UTA, or DBA, or whatever the case may be. And Neil, you're going to start to see these Islanders, if you haven't seen already, that have all these brand deals. And you see, like, Olandria and others from her season still are racking up these brand deals, still are racking up this shmoney, right? And that is totally fine, because this is a new line of work. This is a new career. This season's winner, Trinity, she quit her job at Lowe's, at Ace Hardware Store, at Home Depot, whatever hardware store she was working at. And she and Bryce won that 100th thou wow that I believe she said in her interview today is going to be going to student loans. And if she has something else left over, she will get something nice for herself. But she's about to make a whole bunch of bank, right? She's about to make a whole bunch of bank. But I feel like at this point, people are going to feel how they feel about this couple. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of the scrutiny was less about the couples. I think some of the people just didn't like some of the extreme fans with the hate, with the doxing, with the personal attacks against people. I feel like that went too far with the fandom and with the fan base. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? It's just interesting, the switch up that is happening now that the breakup of Nicolandria has been announced. Now, all of a sudden, everybody is an oracle. Everybody is a psychic. Everybody is mind readers. Everybody is experts. Basically saying, listen, look at here. I knew they were never for real. I knew they never saw each other. And also, I felt Strippergate was a big issue as well, because there's been so many things that have happened over the course of, you know, the tenure of Nicolandria that, for me personally, I felt were red flags. And people continue to hype it up. And I am always going to say, listen, look at here, you know what I'm saying? Nicolas is not putting in the work that needs to be put into this relationship. And people are like, oh, well, it doesn't, they would be spotted out at the time if they wanted clout or PR. But here's the thing, PR works in different ways, right? And I'm not saying this about Nicolandria specifically, but here's the thing. Even just knowing that a couple is quote unquote together is going to bring engagement, is going to bring clicks and views. So you don't have to necessarily see each other all the time, or if you only see each other for the money, for the check, that to people is, insinuating or implying a PR relationship. I also remember when Olandria went out for the Christmas holiday out to visit Nic's family and bought them all cowboy hats, and they were all supposed to allegedly go to the rodeo in Houston, and I never saw them. I just feel like Olandria did so much for this relationship, and really a lot of the times Nicolas dropped the ball. And that was my biggest issue with this whole thing, right? And it just really, it was unfortunate because if you called it out, people would say that you're a hater or you're being negative or you can't foresee Nicolas being interested in a black woman and all this other nonsense. But the critiques and the criticism that I had was specific about Nicolas's treatment about Olandria and the effort that she was trying to put into this relationship versus Nicolas was my problem. Because I always felt like it was Olandria that was going out to see Nic and go out to see and support him. But where was that in return? Y'all were supposed to go on a hot air balloon date. Never happened, right? You were supposed to go with her, you know what I'm saying, to the Alabama-Auburn game. Never happened, right? And it's like there were things that I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Nic's not putting in the same level of effort that Olandria's putting in. But if you say anything, you know what I'm saying? You get drugged, you get canceled. People want to try to ruin your life and destroy you. Like it's crazy with these fans. And hopefully this is a lesson not to be parasocial with these reality stars and assume that these reality stars are going to be getting married and having kids and everything else until you see that for real, until you see that like that is the direction that Hannah and Mark and Bergie and Taylor are going from season 5. Unless you're trying to see that type of energy with these other couples that are still together, that are moving towards engagement, that are moving towards marriage and kids, y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill, but some of y'all were doing the most, and y'all know y'all were doing the most, but y'all were doing it out of spite. Y'all weren't doing it for genuine support of Nicolandria. You were doing it out of spite to throw hate and negativity to the other islanders, and that was the part that I did not like. You could support your couple, support their ventures and their brand deals and all the things without having to put down other people, without having to dox people, without having to attack people. That was uncalled for. So wishing both Olandria and Nicolas the best in their future endeavors and all of the things. And hopefully after today, people can move on. People can move on. I know there's some people who are upset. I know some people who are, not happy about this, but this is what happens. This show, unfortunately, does not have a good success rate of couples staying together after 8 seasons, right? And we will continue to see breakups happen with these couples in the future. So Nicolandria will not be the last couple of Love Island to break up. They're just the latest couple from Love Island to break up. We will have more announcements coming as time, you know what I'm saying, moves forward. But just be respectful in the comments, you know what I'm saying? All of this and all of that is all I ask to each other, because I know there's going to be difference of opinions where some of you guys are going to be like, hey, I believe this was real. And I know there's going to be some people in the comments that are going to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Couldn't you see the signs? Couldn't you see X, Y, and Z? Da-da-da-da-da. Just be respectful. Be kind to each other. Do not attack anybody. That's all I ask. So with that being said, do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video, please. There's that. That is it. That is all. Es todos, es final, es finito, es the end of the road, es the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.